For this week's vlog, I'm gonna bring you along with me while I do some hair oiling, and I'm gonna be doing some journaling because it is currently March 1st. So I'm just gonna do some journaling about what I wanna reflect on from the month of February. So if you're interested in seeing that, stay tuned. Hello LOS gang and welcome. If you're new here, hi, I'm Sacha B and welcome to The Life of Sacha. Here on my channel, I like to create content of topics that I enjoy, which include beauty, fashion, and a healthy lifestyle, because I believe that looking good and feeling good on the inside and out contribute to having good self-confidence. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the bell button down below. So if you watched Saturday's video, you may have noticed that I put a little poster. It wasn't on the wall when I was filming that. I actually put it on the wall right after I filmed that video, but look how cute it is. It says Sacha B because that's me. And then I just added a little quote that I really liked from Coco Chanel. I made this on Canva and I think it's so cute. I love how easy it is to just like make a little poster, print it out, and then I had an extra frame from the pictures back there with like the flowers. So I'm like, why don't I just make a poster like that? Because I thought that would be really cute. Okay, so let's just get right into this hair oiling. So I have talked about hair oiling quite a few times in my videos now. I will leave the link down below if you're new or if you haven't seen them. So I'm just going to part it down the middle just so I can brush it evenly. And I'm just using a brush and I'm starting at the bottom and I'm just going up. As you can tell, my hair already looks fairly greasy, but it's about to get a whole lot oilier, so stay tuned for that. But we're just gonna take this hair oil, and I have shown this oil a few times now on my channel. This is the Fable and Mane hair oil from Sephora. So we are taking that much oil for now. And I'm just gonna distribute that all over my scalp. And then I just use my fingertips to kind of massage that into my scalp. I also sometimes like to use this little device. I used to use this in the shower and my hair would be like wet and I would use this, but I found that it was making me lose hair just because it kept on pulling on the hair on my scalp. So I stopped using it on wet hair and I just started using it on my dry hair instead. And I feel like I have noticed a bit of a difference in the hair loss that I have in the shower. And I don't know if that's because I stopped really using dry shampoo, but I also stopped using that in the shower. And I don't know, there could be a whole lot of reasons on why my hair stopped falling out as much as it was, but I'm not complaining. Now we're gonna take about this much and put it on the back of my scalp and then rub that in as well. Gonna use this. And then I just like to use this little massaging thing and go in circular motions all over my scalp just for about like a minute. And I read that doing this stimulates your scalp and it can help with hair growth, so why not try it? Now we are looking like a wet rat and I cannot believe I'm letting myself look like this on camera. Now that the whole top of my head is all nice and oiled, I'm gonna do some of the middle and the ends. I like to saturate my whole hair with oil when I do hair oiling, just because I'm gonna wash it all out anyways with a detox shampoo. So I feel like it should be fine. And I never really noticed that it looks greasy afterwards. So what I like to do now is get this little dropper again. Use about that much, but not all of it. So I'll just put a little bit, maybe like 3 drops on my hand. And then I like to rub that in, and then I start to apply that all over the ends and middles of my head. And I just start going like this all over my hair. And then I switch my hair to the other side just because sometimes I feel like it's not totally even. So now at the top and the middle of my hair is saturated. I'm gonna go in with a little bit more oil. So maybe 3 more drops. And I'm gonna put this on the ends of my hair now. And then my whole head is gonna be saturated in oil. So I'm gonna focus mostly on the ends. My hair is pretty long, so I'll show you what I mean. Like, I'm not going any higher than like here. Okay, and then one more time on the other side because that's just who I am as a person. Okay, and now that everything is all saturated, we are going to put all of the hair back in to a claw clip just because claw clips are so easy. Okay, and now it is out of our face. I'm going to wash my hands and then we are gonna go head over to my little table where I have all my writing stuff and we are going to journal. So I'm excited for you to come along with me. So I have my little journal here. I have been writing in this journal for a while now, but I feel like I kind of just write in it whenever I need to reflect on stuff. So some of the stuff that I want to reflect on this month are my activities. Did I hit the goals that I wanted to physically this month? So I usually try to strive for going to the gym at least 5 times a week, maybe 3 to 5 times depending on how busy I am and if I can get to the gym that often. So I'll reflect on that and see if I was able to hit my goal this month for that. So then I have my YouTube, so I'm gonna reflect on how I did this month. Was I staying consistent? How do I feel about the videos that I edited? And just like all my social media accounts, did I get as much content out as I wanted to? That sort of stuff. And then I'm gonna write about my relationships. So how was I with Luca this month and all the relationships in my life? Did I see my friends very often? Was I nice to them? Was I nice to Luca? I can be kind of moody sometimes, and if I don't catch myself, I can just keep on going with it. So then the last one is just life and my well-being. How do I feel this month? Do I feel like I accomplished a lot? Was I good at planning out everything that I needed to get done? Because I feel like if I don't plan stuff ahead of time, I kind of slack on some stuff, and I definitely do think that I was a little bit slacky this month, but hopefully March will be different. And when I write in my journal, I like to write the date just so I know what day it is and what I was thinking on what days. So I am now done writing everything that I feel like I wanted to for all of these topics. It's definitely not too long or anything. It was literally only a page and maybe a quarter, maybe a half. So it's definitely not that long, but it is really nice to reflect every month just to see where you are mentally and if there's anything you want to improve on, or if there's anything that you think you're doing well and you want to continue. So I like to just get it out on paper just because it feels good too. So now for this part, it might seem a little weird to some people that I do this, but I really enjoy pulling cards. I have 2 decks of cards. I have tarot cards and oracle cards. I don't know exactly how to read these, so I kind of just do what I feel that I like. So I pretty much just shuffle these, and I usually hope that I only get like 2 or 3 cards. There we go. And would you look at that? Literally 3 cards came out. So what I like to do with this is I like to write down what I think the cards mean and just like what message is trying to give me. So the first card that I got was the 6 of Swords, which is the symbol of transition. It encourages reflecting on past turmoil, letting go of it, and moving towards new future. So I will just read what these mean, and then I will write a little interpretation on what I think they are trying to tell me in my journal. I know it's a little bit woo-woo, and this is definitely not for everyone, but I do find this fun. I do enjoy it, so why not do stuff that you enjoy? So the next one that I got was the 9 of Cups, which is a representative of someone who is in tune with his emotions. He will listen to his heart regardless if it is logical or not. So I will take that with the first one to see what it gives. So then the last one that I have is the 9 of Wands, and it is a card. And then this card is a representation of strength and resiliency. Even through difficult times, it is a symbol of hope and encouragement. So what I will do is I will pretty much think about what the meaning of these cards is and kind of interpret it into a message that is trying to tell me, and I will write it down in my book. But I just wanted to quickly say before I do this that I am not a tarot card reader. I don't do any of this. Like, I'm not a professional. I kind of have an idea about it, but I'm definitely no expert in it. Not a professional at all. So if I'm doing anything wrong, don't take it up with me. I'm just having fun with this. I'm just interested in this kind of stuff. So my mom has always read my oracle cards ever since I was like younger. So this has always just kind of been a part of my life. But I recently just started getting into tarot cards. I'm not really an expert on how to use them. I know that there's so many different ways to interpret the cards, but that is just way too complex for me sometimes. So I just like to go off of what my mind says and what my intuition says, because I feel like I have a pretty good one. Yeah, I don't know. I thought I would just mention that because I feel like there might be someone that watches this that is like, you're not doing your cards right, but I'm not an expert. I'm not exactly sure what I'm doing, but I feel like the messages that I get from these cards when I pull them make sense to me, so I just continue with that. Anyways, I'm gonna write down what I am interpreting, so yeah. And then I have just these oracle cards, and I like to just try to get one. We'll see how many come out, or if any come out. Okay, so I got one card, and it is Surrender to the Sweetness. Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. So this says, this is a sensual, highly feminine card. It's a call to surrender to the sweetness of life, to let the ever-abundant feminine take over, to taste the fruits you've been working so hard to grow, to let your senses take over and really drink in your life with wonder, to get intoxicated with the simple bounty that this planet has to offer and which you have within you when your well is full. The ancient Babylonians connected the feminine goddess Ishtar to the planet Venus, and the Roman mythology, Venus was the goddess of love and beauty. In our night sky, aside from the moon, Venus shines the brightest. Time is our most precious resource, and it's the greatest healer. If you've been all work and no play, this is a sign to take some time out, to reconnect with your lover, play with your children, and give yourself the luxury of time without an agenda. Many of us are so busy building our lives that we forget to enjoy them. We forget why we decided to build them in the first place. Disconnection from the sweetness causes more pain than we realize. So many of us walk into soulless buildings 5 days a week in the name of survival. We strive to build the life of our dreams, but drive ourselves into exhaustion. This card is wooing you back to the pleasures of being human, to focusing on what really matters and enjoying your incredible life. I really like this because I feel like it does coincide with the cards that I just got. I feel like it goes really well with everything that I just interpreted with the other cards. So I'm just gonna give a little brief statement in my writing on what I think this card is telling me to do. It's pretty self-explanatory though, but it's pretty much just telling me to enjoy my life. So that is pretty much all I do for my journal. It is literally only 2 pages, but I feel like I did a lot of reflecting. I'm very excited to see what this month of March brings me. I'm really excited to be doing these vlogs too, because you kind of get a little bit of an insight on what my everyday life is, or like what I do on a day-to-day basis. I pretty much just cook, clean, write, do stuff like that. So I'm really excited to be able to show you a little bit of the inside of what I do when I'm not taking like my scripted videos, which is really fun. If you like this video, definitely go hit that like button down below. And if you like me and the videos that I do, definitely consider hitting that subscribe button down below as well. If you enjoyed this video and you were excited to see my hair oiling, or if you've ever tried tarot cards before, or if you're curious about them, definitely let me know down in the comments below. Also, let me know down in the comments below if you like to do monthly journaling and if you've ever tried that before, because I definitely would recommend it. It kind of just gives you a way to reflect on the month that you just had, and I feel like these cards kind of help give me a broad idea of what to expect and how to keep on moving forward with my goals and my dreams, which I think is kind of nice and reassuring. But other than that, I hope you have a good rest of your night or day whenever you're watching this, LOS gang, and I will see you in my next one.